with another video, baby! It's your boy King Cora right here. Tonight we're gonna be reacting to NBA career-ending injury. Yes, like that guy right there. And that guy. I believe that's Andrew Byam and Roy something. I don't know. We're gonna be reacting to this guy. Subscribe to this guy. I'm gonna leave his channel in the description. Check it out. Let's go.
Time in the game of basketball, and that's just something players have to deal with. But nothing's worse than seeing the same player with such high potential go down with an injury year after year. Except there might be one thing worse. When that player is forced to retire because their bodies have worn down so much. So today we're looking at 10 of the best players whose careers ended because of injuries. Most of these players are considered all-time greats, but it's still tough to imagine just how good these players' careers could have been. Let's get started with number 10, Tracy McGrady. There's no doubt that Tracy McGrady is a top 5 shooting guard all time. He never made it out of the first round, besides with the Spurs, which doesn't count. But he did average 32 points a game one season. Tracy had it all. He could shoot, defend, drive in for layups, rebound, assist, and score in the playoffs. Oh yeah, and hit clutch shots. But in the 2005 and 6 season, McGrady's injuries would begin. That season, he only played 47 games due to back spasms, and even had to be carried off on a stretcher at one point because it got so bad. 2006, he'd missed more games because of back spasms, and in 2008, when the playoffs arrived, Tracy had to get pain-killing injections and fluid drained from his shoulder and knee just so he could play in the games. And for the rest of his career, these nagging injuries only got worse. They'd require surgery and eventually led to Tracy McGrady retiring officially at 34 years old. He went from averaging 21 points a game through his first 5 seasons to only averaging 8 points a game for his last 5. There's no telling how much McGrady's injuries actually affected him throughout his time in the playoffs, because he still averaged nearly 30 points a game for his main run in the playoffs. So with injuries or not, I don't think they really affected the fact that Tracy never made it out of the first round. But either way, it's safe to say that Tracy McGrady's career was largely affected and shortened by all of these injuries. Number 9, Yao Ming. Yao Ming's injuries started early in his career. Before joining the NBA, Yao Ming played 4 seasons in the CBA, but in his second season, he broke his foot for the second time in his career. He said this decreased his vertical by 4 to 6 inches. Despite the criticism and doubt from pretty much everybody, Yao would become a star in the NBA. He started in the All-Star game for 8 out of his 9 seasons in the NBA, and at one point averaged 25 points a game. For his first 3 seasons in the NBA, Yao Ming played every game except 2. But the next year in 2005 and 6 is when his injuries would begin. He missed 21 games that season due to a big toe injury, and would break his knee the next season and miss 32 games. Up until breaking his knee that season, he was averaging 27 points and 10 rebounds a game, and was an MVP candidate. In 2007, Yao would miss 27 more games with a stress fracture in his left foot, and it turns out that that would be the beginning of the end.
Enjoying the moment of Big China back in town.
2 more times and lead to him eventually retiring. Between the injuries to Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady, we really never got to see just how good the Rockets could have been. But as for Yao, he averaged 19 points and 9 rebounds a game for his short 9-year NBA career. It's crazy to think just how good he could have been if it wasn't for breaking his foot twice before he ever made it to the NBA, losing up to 6 inches off his vertical. Shaq even said that if it wasn't for all those injuries, he believed Yao Ming could have been a top 5 center all time. Number 8,
I do.
Bill Walton. Bill Walton in 1971 led UCLA to a 30-0 record by an average win margin of 30 points. And it didn't stop there, because he led them to a 30-0 record again the next season, and they would win 88 straight before their streak was broken. So this made him the National College Player of the Year 3 years in a row before he'd get taken with the first overall pick by the Portland Trailblazers in 1974. And he was supposed to be the savior of the Portland franchise. In his first 3 seasons, he lived up to that hype because he'd lead the league in rebounds and blocked shots, made the All-Star team, and eventually helped them win an NBA championship and won the Finals MVP. Up until that point, Bill was averaging about 16 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game. But he'd only play 151 out of 246 games because of injury. Actually, he would only play more than 67 games once in his career, in his second to last season in the NBA. But Walton would go on to win league MVP, miss 2 entire seasons because of an injured foot, and play only 14 games in 1 season. Battling through injuries, his stats would keep declining until he was eventually traded to the Boston Celtics to be their 6th man, where he won 6th Man of the Year and won another NBA championship with Larry Bird, Robert Parrish, and Kevin McHale. The next season, he'd only played 10 games and retired from the NBA after too many injuries. The beginning of Bill Walton's NBA career and his time in college made it seem like he was on a path to become one of the greatest centers the NBA has ever seen. But the injuries that kept adding up ruined his chances at that. He went from being a league MVP and Finals MVP to only averaging 7 points a game when he won the 6th Man of the Year award. Now we can can only imagine just how good Bill Walton would have been if it wasn't for all those injuries. Number 7, Greg Oden. Everyone knows Greg Oden. The man picked
Bears, Greg Oden.
The man that was picked first overall and
Sorry for pausing it, but for those who don't know, Greg Oden was the big hype guy in the draft on that year. I forgot what year it was, but he was never able to play with Portland. Then he got traded to Miami. I believe he won a championship here. I think he did. Won a championship here unless the Heat released him. I'm not sure. But I think Greg Oden won a championship with the Heat, but I don't know. He had a great career, but I don't know what the fuck happened.
only played 105 games in the NBA. Greg Oden was supposed to be the next great center in the NBA. A man Steve Kerr described as a once-in-a-decade player.
Get out of here.
2007 NCAA championship, averaged 16 points and 10 rebounds a game in his only season at college. Before ever playing in an NBA game, the injuries started. From that point on, nearly every time he stepped on an NBA court, he got injured. He had all the potential in the world to become the next great NBA player, but his body just wasn't cut out for it. After 3 microsurgeries on his left knee, Greg Oden would eventually retire from the NBA at only 26 years old. It's crazy to think that today Greg is only 29, and now we would just be seeing his true potential if it wasn't for all of his injuries. Number 6, Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy was another guy that had
That's a guy from the thumbnail, though. I knew who he was, but I forgot who his name.
He quickly became one of the best shooting guards in the league by averaging 22 points a game one season. He was a 3-time All-Star. Kobe Bryant even said that Brandon Roy was the hardest player to guard in the Western Conference and that he had no weaknesses in his game. He finished 9th in MVP voting and made the All-Second team one time. Brandon was getting better every year, but in 2008 his knees were bothering him, so he had a piece of cartilage removed. A mistake that cost him in the long run. In 2010 he tore his meniscus, and later that year his knees really started to bother him due to a lack of cartilage. So he had surgery on both of his knees. But since both knees wore down so much, he was forced to retire in 2011 after only 5 seasons in the NBA. And he tried to make a comeback, but he got re-injured in preseason. So after basically only 5 seasons in the NBA, Brandon Roy was forced to retire for good. He was only just getting started when his knees started to wear down. Right now he's 33 years old, and now we would be watching him play some of the best of his career if it wasn't for his knees wearing down so quickly. So we can only wonder how good he would have gotten. Number 5, Pete Maravich. Even though Pete played in the 70s, he's still one of the most underrated players, one of the best players to be forced to retire because of injuries. Maravich is the all-time NCAA leading scorer, even though he only played 3 seasons in college. It's a record that'll most likely never be broken because he averaged 44 points a game for all 3 of his seasons at LSU. If anyone now is going to break this record, they'd have to go for 4 seasons and average 33 points a game every season, which would likely never happen because someone that good wouldn't stay for all 4 years. But he was 3rd pick and averaged about 25 points a game for his first 6 seasons in the NBA. Then have a monster season
he broke his own ankle, but then he recovered with that.
77. And that included a game where he scored 68 points. But the next season is when his injuries would start. Pete would miss 32 games because of injuries in both knees and miss 33 the next season. He made the All-Star game 5 times in his career, but for Pete Maravich's next and final season in the NBA, he'd only play 43 games. And he was always known for his long-range shots, but the NBA didn't put the three-point line in until his last season where he went 10 for 15. After only 11 seasons in the NBA, Pete knew his knees were only going to get worse, so he retired with a career average of 24 points a game. He retired at 33 years old. Now we can only wonder how many points he would have actually scored with a three-point line in place. He never won any NBA championships, but he was definitely still a great player. His play started declining after his first knee injuries, so with the potential he had, we can only imagine how good he could have been. Number 4, Chris Webber. Chris was the first overall pick and played his rookie season for the Golden State Warriors.
I'm a Laker fan, so remember that year when they thought they were gonna win? Huh? Shaq? Kobe? Huh? Yeah.
Where he'd average 17 points and 9 rebounds a game and win the Rookie of the Year award. Standing at only 6 foot 10 inches, he was a rebounding leader by averaging 13 rebounds a game. And Chris averaged 27 points a game one season and finished 4th in MVP voting. He was a 5-time All-Star and helped the Sacramento Kings to being one of the top teams in the West for a few seasons. In a series against the Lakers, Chris Webber had an insane game of 23 points, 14 rebounds, 7 blocks, 8 assists, and 4 steals. In 2003, Webber was a possible MVP candidate, and the Kings were thought to have a real chance at winning the NBA championship. But in the second round of the playoffs that year, Chris was running down the court, and without being touched, randomly dropped to the ground with a serious knee injury that required surgery and caused him to miss a year of basketball. The surgery affected his speed and his jumping, so he was never the same player. For the next couple of years, he bounced around a few teams and would constantly have problems with that same knee. So in 2008, at 35 years old, Chris Webber retired from the game of basketball. He went from being a possible MVP and NBA champion to a player that could never really recover from a freak injury out of nowhere. It's crazy to think just how good the Kings really were and how good they could have been for years to come if Chris hadn't gotten injured. Number 3. Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway was taken with the 3rd overall pick in the 1993 NBA draft and traded for Chris Webber. He made an immediate impact on the Magic, playing all 82 games and averaged 16 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds a game, and came in 2nd place for the Rookie of the Year award behind Webber. The next season, Penny'd step it up with 20 points and 7 assists a game, make the All-Star game, and help Shaq lead the Magic to the NBA Finals. After Shaq left, Penny would become the leader of the Orlando Magic, and his injuries would begin in the 1996 season. In the season after that, he injured his left knee and only played 19 games for that season. It was an injury that slowed him down for the rest of his career. He'd get traded to the Suns and was forced to have 2 microfracture surgeries on his left knee. He was never the same player. He couldn't get back to the level he used to play at in Orlando, only 8 years into his career. He played 6 more seasons in the NBA, but never averaged more than 10 points a game, and only played 57 games in his last 3 seasons combined. The first half of Penny Hardaway's career looked like it was forming into one that was worthy of the Hall of Fame, but the second half of his career made him look like just an ordinary player. Now, we can only wonder if Hardaway could have really made it into the NBA Hall of Fame, and what he really could have done if it wasn't for all those injuries. Number 2, Jay Williams. In Jay Williams' sophomore season, he led Duke to an NCAA championship by averaging 21 points for the season and 25 points a game for the tournament. He averaged 19 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds a game during his college career, and for a large amount of his time in college, he was thought of as the best player in college basketball. He won the Naismith and the Wooden Award in his senior season. And it got better for Jay because he was taken with the 2nd overall pick by the Chicago Bulls in the 2002 NBA draft, only behind Yao Ming. He averaged 9 points and 4 assists a game in his rookie season. And that's where his success ended, because in the 2003 offseason, he was riding a motorcycle, which was against his contract with the Bulls, and he crashed it. He severed a nerve in his leg, fractured his pelvis, and dislocated 3 ligaments in his knee. The Bulls realized he wouldn't be returning to basketball for a long time, so they waived him. And they weren't supposed to pay him any money because he violated a contract by riding that motorcycle, but they gave him $3 million to pay for all of his rehab. 3 whole years later, he tried to return to the Bulls, but unsurprisingly, they didn't want him anymore. He bounced around a couple of teams for short amounts of time, but nothing major. So after having the potential to be a great NBA point guard, Jay Williams ruined his career with an off-court injury. Most good guards that have the potential and the stats that Jay had in college turn out to be great players, so it was a shame to see all of his great talent go to waste. Number 1.
We are looking at number 1. I don't know who's gonna be. I'm pretty sure I don't know, but if we could take a guess, Kobe has it there. It doesn't matter for people who say, oh, but Kobe still played and that wasn't a career, you know his career wasn't ending. But Kobe Bryant, I believe his career ended as soon as he got that injury on his leg. That's when I feel his career ended. I don't know who's gonna become next. Probably Kobe. Let's go.
Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum was picked straight out of high school as one of the youngest players to ever play in the NBA.
How can I forget Andrew Bynum? He was in the title. He was in the title. God damn it.
So it took him a few years to make an impact. His only full season was his sophomore season, where he played all 82 games, and his second highest season behind that was 65 games. In 2008, his injuries started when he landed on Lamar Odom's foot and dislocated his kneecap, having his first knee surgery of a lot more to come. He'd have surgery on that knee and finish the 2008 season averaging 13 points and 10 rebounds a game. He'd step it out the next season and show flashes of greatness, but Kobe would fall into Andrew Bynum's knee and tear his ACL. Even though he only played 50 games that season, he'd make it back in time to help the Lakers win an NBA championship. In 2010, Bynum was averaging 15 points and 7 rebounds a game, but again he'd injure his knee for the 3rd time in the 2010 playoffs. But he'd hold out on surgery until after the Lakers won their 2nd NBA championship in a row. 2012 was Bynum's last year on the Lakers and the best of his career. He averaged 18 points and 11 rebounds a game, made the All-Star team, and was thought to have been the 2nd best center right behind Dwight Howard. He played in Philly and on the Cavs and missed more games because of knee injuries and a bowling accident. From that point on, he'd have a bunch more injuries related to his knee, and he'd have conduct problems until he left the NBA in 2014 at only 27 years old. If you put Bynum's bad attitude to the side, it's crazy to think that Andrew Bynum is still only 30 years old, and without the knee injuries, he would have probably been the best center in the league right now. His career averages were only 11 points and 7 rebounds a game, but at such a young age, he showed flashes of dominance that could have made him one of the best centers to ever play if he didn't have 2 bad knees. And this has been the 10 biggest careers lost to injuries. Let me know how you feel about these longer videos.
Well, the guy that was talking, he was perfect. He absolutely perfect. Go subscribe to him. I'm gonna leave his channel on the description. The guy knows his freaking knowledge. I know my knowledge, but he knows more than I do. I'm gonna subscribe to him either. He's a great guy. He let me know about a lot of career injuries that I didn't even know. But guys, thank you for watching. This is gonna be the first upload of my King Cobra channel. Stay lit, stay positive, stay everything that. Just stay lit, man. Just stay lit. See you guys tomorrow, man. See you tomorrow. Nah, not really. I don't know. Alright guys, see you guys tomorrow.